Rental Manager has an extensive customer contact information section. It can be accessed from the main screen, the order screen, or the add-ins utility screens. I'll just show you what that looks like from here. Add customers, add change customers, what you would do from here. But today we're going to access it from the main screen. So starting here, click on Add Change Customers. It opens to a blue screen, which is where you always add new information. So adding a new customer one at a time, this is where you would come to do it. I'm going to click to change to edit mode to show you what that information would look like. You can find the information by name, customer name, and it's always listed alphabetically and last name first, by company name, or by ID field. And I like to use phone numbers in this field. Some companies have very specific ID numbers or combinations that they assign to their customers. So using the pull down tab, I'm going to find a customer. Now if this customer was already in my program, I would come here to edit and change or the information, or to review the information. This is what you need to have and what you would put on the blue screen if you were entering a new customer. A last name or a company name is mandatory so that the program can keep track of the information. So you will need, and we advise people to keep first names too, because if once you start to get multiple names here that are the same, you really do want to have a first name. And if you're mailing things out, you want to have a first name. So first name, last name, and if you have a company, then put that in. If you have a company and you don't keep contact information other than the company name, then just use the Rental Manager will use one or the other. It does prefer both if that's available. ID field, as I said, I like to use phone numbers, so that's what you see here. Then pertinent business information or personal information, and I just put it all on this screen. Put your phone numbers that you want, including a cell phone number, the full address, and once you have put in the name of, if most of your rentals are going out to the same area, once you've put those names in, like the towns that you deliver to that are immediately surrounding you, or the city that you live in, that will always be available on the pull down list once it's been entered once. Your province or state, again, that pull down list is prepared for you already in our program listings. If you live in a different country, you may organize your own states or territories simply by going to this list on the main screen and entering all of the territories that you want in your program. And of course your postal or zip code. You need this information, especially if you're going to be mailing things out to your customers. So it's best to get it right at the beginning, and then you know you've got what you need. Other information that you might want to have, and for some customers you will definitely always have, is a shipping address that's different from the main address. You might also have billing addresses that are different from the main address. You might have a pickup address as well that's different from the shipping address. This is true in rental businesses that rent out equipment for moving. So it's shipped to the one address and picked up at the second address. You might also want to have financial information for your customer. Perhaps not the first time you're renting to them, but definitely as they become a regular customer, especially in an equipment rental business, or even in an event party rental business where you have regular corporate customers who rent from you all the time, you will want this information. If any of them are tax exempt for some reason, you would keep that here. The program will always do the tax exemption for you. You would just click it. If this is a customer that is such a great customer that you give them a discount, or they are not for profit and you give them a regular discount, put it here and the program will always do that for you. You might also want to keep their payment terms that you have agreed with for this customer, or that you enforce for this customer, depending on how regular they are and the kind of credit that you are willing to extend to them. Tax exemption number, if you click this, then you will probably need a tax exemption number. If you have a specific salesperson that always will deal with this customer, if you assign your customers, especially your regular ones, to salespeople, then you would keep this information here. So you've got a salesperson assigned, the commission rate for the customer, the orders from that customer produce for the salesperson, and then if the commission rate is changed, the date it gets changed on for your bookkeeping purposes. Now that's the main information that you need for a customer. When you are setting up an initial quote or order, probably the only thing you're going to deal with is telephone numbers, emails, addresses, and mail delivery and mailing addresses. Email is important because you can email quotes and orders right from the program, and that's becoming a facility that most people expect today. So getting an email address is a really great idea. Now from your order, from your customer information, very quickly, this is information that as soon as you start creating quotes, orders, invoices, etc. in your program, then you can find that information for each customer in their contact information. Any quotes that have ever been created, any orders, and you can click through. From double click here will take you through to that order. Invoices, payments, and ideally you want to see an invoice created for every order that you have here, and a payment for every invoice. You can also get products ever ordered, and you can print that list. This is ideal for the sales staff who are looking to see different ways to market to a customer, or even just to create really great customer service. If you know the products that your customer consistently rents, it helps you with each of those particular parts of your business. Moving back, I'm going to move back here to my basic information. That's what you need in your when you create your basic information for your customer. You looking very quickly at categories. You won't do this when you first create the customer information, but as your customers become more regular, then you can organize categories for them as to the type of customer they are, the kind of equipment that they rent from you on a regular, consistent basis, and other things like monthly billing. This can be especially helpful when you print your customer statements from your report section of the program at the end of the month. If you have anybody who gets a monthly billing statement organized in this kind of a category, you can pull the category up into the reports and just print customer statements for those people each month. That's what you need when you're creating customer information in Rental Manager.